Hello, hello everyone. How's it going? Hold on. I need to figure this out. I need to switch this up. Let me double check the sound. Everything's working correctly. My chat is giving me a hard time, so. How's it going? Yeah. Okay, that's that. I think it will be quiet in the beginning because I wasn't in London. I did not show up. So I have to make it up to everyone. But I'm sure some people will hop in later on. It's okay. I just want to get online and to get everything up and running. And price action is not favorable anyway now. And it's raining outside, nothing else to do. Then just start really focusing on the charts. And price action is pretty, let's say, a little bit hostile at the moment. So let's just give it some time to calm down a little bit, and in the meantime we can have a look at gold. So I haven't the chat for some reason. I could not set it up in the normal way, so I might miss a few chats because I have to go in between screens, so my apologies for that. But let's go. Yeah, this price action on NQ, we just have to let it settle down a little bit because it's untradeable and it's just going a little bit nuts. There's a lot of interesting news. We got the Fed, the rates that might go. I believe that's Wednesday. There's a lot of interesting news, so I think we're going to have a crazy market. So I'm very excited for it. So we don't need to get into the market very quickly. We can just take our time and get for the A+ setups. That being said, let me go to the charts. And as you can see, I put a note in the description and in the chat. Hey, Anthony, good morning. How are you doing? Oh, you want GC. You're the GC guy. Yeah, let me go over GC for you. Let me just quickly go into the charts here. Good morning to you too. Nice to see you again. Now look at that, GC. Let's go to the higher time frame first. Now it's interesting to see on GC, Anthony, the opening range gap, it just went inside of it, right? This is the open. Let me just double check if the charts are going with us. Yes, okay. It is 10 o'clock now. Let me quickly go here. Okay, if we go below this, the NWARP, we are definitely bearish, but you can see it's sort of like not going all the way down. We did not go into the opening range gap, as you can see, just a little bit, and that's very bearish, right? We went through the first opening range gap. Yes, that's the one of the AM session, and now you can see we're bouncing in the NWARP. So the price action is really not very easy. I do think I've got multiple confluences that happen to be in the midpoint of the opening range gap, so I'm not bearish yet, to be honest. If it goes below this NWARP, yes, obviously there's definitely more movement to the downside, but let's see how it's going to react in this area, right? So because it took liquidity here on the 4 hour, let me show you. Just want to make sure that it's visible. I think we really need more information to see if we're really going to get a drop down. Like it's now bouncing exactly also in this fair value gap that I marked out, inversion, right? This one here. You see it's exactly, we took liquidity and it's exactly bouncing in this level here. So I need more information on gold to see if it's really going to disrespect this area and go down. And but if not, we might have some balancing here in this area for now. So I don't trust this short at the moment for gold. Why? We are bouncing here. We are in this inversion. We took liquidity, and now we're just going to watch what it's going to do. Okay. So for me, it's not yet a full blown short yet, but we'll see. Did you trade already, Anthony? Did you put on a trade? Okay, let me quickly also, what else do I want to see on gold? Gold. Let me quickly go to this area here. Yeah, so for gold, definitely until 1020, I'm just actually more bullish than bearish, as weird as it sounds. But we'll see. Let's just see how it's going to develop. On Q, you see it just beautifully, after taking liquidity here, it just bounces off this here. It looks bearish, you would say, right? But let's not be fooled by the price action, because everything is now NQ is going up, so you would say gold is more likely to go down, right? But we'll see. We just have to I just need a little bit more information and see how it develops. Maybe it just wants some little move up and then go down, further down. I like this midpoint. This midpoint of this opening range gap is very, very juicy to me. Midnight is there. There's a 4 o'clock there. Now, if it's really weak and bearish, it would not even go like we see here, right? But because it's bouncing in this N walk, this is I believe it's N walk is this. Let me quickly have a look on the 15. I think it's an old one, right? Let me quickly to the 15. This one is a 12 October, so it's an old N walk. So I wouldn't mind to see it go a little bit up into the range again and then go back further down. But let's see if it breaks this level. We know we're bearish, right? Then it's just very easy to be bearish. No worries there. Okay, but as you can see, it's still in this area, and it keeps on making lows. And you see it's equal lows. Yeah, definitely it looks bearish, right? I totally agree with you, but it could be like a fake move to the upside first again, and then go further back down, right? I think the markets, I mean, we're going to get so much news this weekend. I think there's so many things happening. For me, I took one trade in the pre-market just now, but I'm sort of like, if I see this price action, I just want to give it some time just to settle down a little bit and see what it's doing. It just feels like there's a lot of manipulation at the moment, and yeah, I'm just gonna let it settle down a bit and wait. Because normally after 10 o'clock, I've got a couple of models, but everything has already been sort of like all those levels. Only on gold that those levels have not been reached yet. So, but on NQ, it's already one big mess, and I'm like, you know what? It's just going to go up most likely. But gold, yeah, I don't know. I'm actually, I am bearish, but I think it will go. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me put it that way, that we get a move up to go further down. But I'm just not bearish enough yet to take a short. I really want a good entry, a retest of something, to take that short. Did you take any trades yet in the pre-market, Anthony? Anthony, by the way, we just started. The bases are set up for the Discord, so that's the place where we can share documentation a little bit more and go more into, outside YouTube hours. Can communicate a little bit better. So it's still in progress, but it's for the OGs. So, and it will be tweaked along the way. So feel free to join. Everything is free. We just got started. So that is gold for now. Just want to make sure I don't miss any. Are you looking for, Anthony? I'm just curious. Are you looking for? Let me check the if we have any SMT on gold, because that might, because I want to know this level, just this level where it is right now. I really, you know, like I said, it's just the fact that it stopped exactly at the bottom of the N walk, and it's also exactly a midpoint of that inversion fair value gap. The 10 o'clock has already printed, as you can see here, right? On the left screen, you see the 10 o'clock. I wouldn't mind if we pass the 10 o'clock, right? That 10 o'clock mark. I would definitely might take a long up to the midpoint of that opening range gap, because my 4 o'clock is there, midnight is there, but it has to pass at 10 o'clock again. So that's the top of the N walk. So let's have a look again. So I might be interested in. Oh, it already went down. I didn't see that. Okay, it's already down. Yeah, then it's very. Okay, let me quickly to add some information, because this is now it's bearish. We got a bearish 10, 11. It's 11 past 10. We've got all day. We've got all day to frame a good trade. We're not in any rush. If we miss a run, it's okay. It's just started. And I think we're going to get a lot of opportunities this week. So I would rather save my bullets for A+ setups and let the market just settle down a little bit. Gold, gold, gold. Where are you going to go if you go down? What are your targets, gold? Show us. Show us, show us, show us. Okay, so we've got a weekly low here at 40.12 now. You know, the only thing that is a little bit dicey this week is that London has gone back 1 hour, but New York has not. So specific times that I use, for example, my 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, which are actually London-based times. This 1 week is always very confusing for me because everything is in Eastern, right? But my 4 o'clock London now is actually should be 5 o'clock. So this week's always a little bit difficult for me to get my levels really straight. So I'm always happy when it's 2nd of November, because then the daylight saving time in the US catches up with it. So then everything is like, again, you know, equal. So this week I'm always a little bit careful when I talk about my models, especially if I use those London-based times. So I always have to try to be more vigilant on that. So there's always like a more if and but. So I'm just saying, if I talk about my models. So now let's see. Let's see. Now I do. If we go down, 3984 will be interesting. Do we have any other level on gold? It was 3984. Okay, let's see. 3984. If we are going to go all the way down. 3984. You see, I don't trust this price action fully at the moment. So I really, I'm not going to engage yet. Let's see what Nazi is doing. Nazi is just nicely going up beautifully. Yeah, I would trust the Nasdaq more to the upside than gold to the downside. To be honest, at the moment, let me just. I think it's going to go down at some point, but look at this price action. So the 10 o'clock has been here. We've got a 10-4. Well, I don't know, maybe even, and Q is more to the downside as well. Oh, go, okay, well, we'll see. We just have to wait. Let's just be patient and just collect some more intel and take it from there, right? We take it slow, we take it slow, we take it slow. Hey, True Seeker. It should pull back to 40, 41 points at first before distribution even lower for DC. Yeah, so you also think we are definitely going higher, 40, 41-ish. You say 40, 41-ish. Yeah, I am also just not convinced about the short, and it goes too slow for me to really go down, and it's hovering around this N walk. You are looking like Will Byers' mom. Huh? What do you mean about you are looking like Will Byers? I really have no idea what to make of that sentence, Kopanshu. I'm sorry about that, but I really I'm looking like I Will Byers. From Stranger Things, you're looking like Will Byers. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, okay. I didn't. I seen that series a little bit. I have seen that series, but it's been quite a while. So I have to look for Will Byers' mom to see who I look like. Okay, I hope it's a compliment, but I'll have to look. Yeah, it has a 5-minute fair value gap, which aligns with a 3-minute fair value gap. Love it. Yeah, see, I'm not convinced about that gold short, so I'm happy that True Seeker, and I mean, to be honest, I can't really, I don't have any logic now that I can really say, okay, because of this and that, because just need more information, but it's just a feeling that I have at the moment. But let's look. But I think, what True Seeker, are you looking into NQ as well? I want to look at silver. Is there's any SMT on that low? I don't think so. That's why it looks bearish to me in a way, but I just don't trust it. And I'm okay to, yeah, it does look bearish, and I think we are going to go down to let me see. We definitely look bearish. Yeah. GC, did you Anthony, did you take it? So we're overextending in the range here. You can see that. Oh, I need my models on. I want to see my average range models. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, so the Judas, we're just above average, so 39. Let's see. So for gold, if I look at gold, I think that it's a valid uh, 4,000. Wow, yes, going 3985. I think there's another 85, so 15 points to the downside for sure. I would say. We've got a weekly midpoint at 3994.5. We hit a very important level, so most likely it will reject from here a little bit. Is it rejecting already? Yes, I think so, right? 3985. Past 10 o'clock. Yeah, 3978. 3978. 14. Let me quickly do a calculation on this one. 1.14. minus 4. Okay. Yeah, 390. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to go to 390, and then we'll have to reassess on gold. Here we go. You guys see this screen here? So AMRP is also giving this area for definitely that the volatility has the probability to go into this area. I already missed the move, so I have to wait either for a reversal or a pullback to get into a proper entry. But if you're in a short, guys, what I like about Mondays and Tuesdays, if we are going into levels where we have old NWOGs, and you have an event horizon. This is the event horizon, the midpoint between two NWOGs. You tend to at some point you will see that price will start slowing down, and it will use these areas to ping. I call it ping pong Monday, ping pong Tuesday. Now I haven't done a lot on gold in these. I've just started doing gold 2 weeks ago, so on NQ I know this very well how that works. But I do believe that gold is not even cleaner sometimes. So let's see if we can, once it starts settling down, let it make its move. If you're in 390, 3985. I mentioned that before, and now I've got confirmation as well with this DTT average range. But then I will just let it go because I don't have a good entry on it. And then I'll start, when it starts ranging, I can use my ping pong levels, and I'm more interested for me now to look into NQ, I guess, because NQ is going down. Is anyone in a short in gold? I'm very curious. I would like to know. It's also a 4-hour total soup for MNQ. I mean, for the 4-hour fair value gap. I would like to see a. Yeah, me too. For me, there's no point in entry, and yeah, I've been very well. I haven't been busy. Eugene has been busy setting up the Discord for us to communicate and to share more things outside. So guys, if you feel up to join the Discord to communicate outside YouTube, feel free, guys, and check it out. It hasn't been populated fully yet, but it's more just to start to have where we can go into meetings outside YouTube, and that I don't have to always talk, but you guys can talk as well. So that's the point of the start of the channel for the Discord so far. So anyway, let me check. Why is this screen? Why am I behind on this screen? Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Okay. So if you're in a short, you're good. On gold, you're good. I mean, but do get out at that for. What did I say? Be careful, or if it does go down to that 3985-ish level, just be aware, because you can see the gray box on the screen. That is the range of the max volatility. It could extend, but just be careful, because I expect, same like what True Seeker just said, I wanted to go back into that range of that green NWOG, or True Seeker. It could also go to the event horizon, which is that 3966 level. So it's either or, but I have to let it go because I don't have a good entry. I cannot enter at this moment, so I just I missed the move. But I do think that this is a level where it might give a nice reaction, 3984. So let's see. Maybe we will get a nice reaction into the NWOG, and then I will enter. You said something about 4-hour. Let me quickly look. Let's see if we get a reaction here. Yeah. I will quickly check and Q if there's anything. Okay, no, that is just, you are filthy. You are not worthy of our time at the moment yet. We'll get back to you later. And Q, thank you. It's still in a range. And you see, guys, this is DTT that I use, and all these blue boxes are root candles. And if they're stacked, like this is the 930 root candle, and this is the 954, and everything is stacked. Stacked means consolidation, stay out. So that is my, and we're just wicking into the opening range gap. So this is the opening range gap. So I'm just going to wait with NQ. Stacked root candles means stay away. No, we're not going to touch you yet. So we're going to go have a look at G. We're going to stick to GC for now. We like GC. I'm going to go use this screen, the DTT. And yeah, so it's either going to bounce off this level, or we're going to go all the way through here. But I just need a reversal to enter. So I mean, also, you know, it's not like I feel I missed anything, because look, it's for me really hard to, the only thing that I could have used was the retest of this root candle, the 953, as you can see here. It is exactly 10 o'clock, but normally I would like it to see a retest of the 10 o'clock itself. But sometimes, you know, the 10 o'clock, and then it goes towards another time, which is somewhere in this area. It happens to be exactly in this area, which is the 4 a.m. But the thing that is a little bit confusing to me, like I just mentioned, is because London has gone 1 hour backwards, right, this weekend. But the daylight savings in the US has not started yet. So we have sort of like a little bit of a, so the 2nd of November, everything will be straightened out again, because then the US also goes into daylight savings. So then everything is even again. So I'm always a little bit, this week is always a little bit difficult to use those times, especially if I use those London-based times for my setups. So that's why I'm sort of like a little bit, I have to have a little bit plan A and plan B, and some levels that are, let me just double check if this is, yeah, well, it is what it is. But let's see. And it's okay to miss a trade, right? I mean, it's all good and dandy. We'll get our A+ setups. We will get our A+ setups. Hey, Mather C. Hello, hello. My apologies for missing the London session. I was so tired. And I had some things to do. And Eugene has set up the Discord. And I was a little bit busy up to them, but then he came to the rescue, and otherwise I would have still be busy with it. And I was just too tired. I was really too tired. Did you trade London, Methor? Did you have any good trades? I was thinking, oh my God, I just missed London, but I just didn't have the energy to get started. And I just needed a little bit of an extra bit of sleep. And then I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. And then I was like really late for everything. Yeah. I'm just focused on gold right now, because the NQ is in that range. The time change also, yeah. So and also it's a bit confusing, because the London time has gone backwards and Eastern time has not yet. So for my time-based models, I'm always struggling a little bit this week. I always have to be a little bit more careful. I do recalculate it, but sometimes I think, does it really matter? Do they sort of like adjust that time? So I don't know how the algo really works in this week. So this week's always, when I use my time-based models using my London times, I have to be a little bit more vigilant. Yeah. So I hope everybody is doing well. And guys, feel free to join the free Discord server. Eugene has just set it up, and it's just, for now just a means to communicate, but to get to know each other and to share. It's easier to share things from me and also to go onto voice channels, and it's just to start out. So feel free, and it is free, and it will always stay free. No, there will not be any charges for anything here. And we'll populate the educational stuff as well, and just to make it sort of like a hub, cross-border with other. The idea is also to make it a cross-border. Yeah, it's the idea is to make it a cross-border to other content creators with time-based levels, and also just make it. It's not like, oh my god, I need to keep everybody with me, but it needs to be educational but also informative. Just something where you feel, where we can hang out, but also just to give information, what's out there, the good stuff, not the bad stuff. Yeah. So a lot of ideas, but yeah, and Eugene has been such a big help. I'm really very, very appreciative of him. I wouldn't have figured it out, but it would be like in a week further, and it wouldn't have been as clean as he has done it. So shout out to Eugene. I don't know if he's in. I don't know if he's in the chat. He's probably still working on the Discord. Poor thing. Eugene, are you here? Are you on YouTube? I think he's still working on that. Oh, it's too sweet. Well. Okay, look, we almost got the retest of the NWalk. Let me see. Now it did not retest the NWalks fully right now, right? So I don't trust. For me that is like something I don't trust right now. So I'm not getting in. I'm gonna wait. If I miss the trade, I'm gonna miss it. But I really want a retest now. Let's go into the DTT, digital time theory, and root candle theory. The 1034 is a very important time. Why? 1034, if I see price action like this, I wait until 1034. What I want to see when 1034 prints, for a short, I want it to go up after it prints the 1 minute 1034 root candle. So most of the times, it's always most of the times, not always. 1034 is a very good indicator to re-enter if you missed your entry, to re-enter for if it goes up after 1034 to enter for a short. So you can use it as premium and discount, right? So I'm waiting now till 1034 and you'll see it populate. It's the 1 minute. So if you don't have this indicator, you can just use the 1 minute candle and you just extend, you grade the whole candle and you extend it. So what I want to see now for a short, because we did not hit this 3985 level, right? And I still have that in my mind, and I have this event horizon. Now what I would like to see are when 1034 prints, I would love to see it go up, retest this NWalk, and then I will enter my short, because then I've got confirmation. I've got my root candle doing what it is supposed to do. We've got a confirmation, a retest of something significant, which is the NWalk, which we can use. Plus we also have intermediate term high now. Here we go. It's populating. Now let's see what happens. If it goes down, I'm just going to miss it, but I don't think so. But we'll see. It could be. But because it did not retest this, for me, this is not a very shady area. I do not trust it one bit. And we've got beautiful equal highs here as well. So let's wait. I'm okay to miss it because I know we're going to have a very good, the week is going to be very exciting, guys. We've got a lot of news. We've got the Fed, the rate cuts, which most are sort of like going to happen, right? You see, this is what I like to see. So 1034. So make a note about the 1034, guys, and start noticing if you have price action and you are in a downward move and you see it stalling down, or example, if you miss a move like this and you just don't trust it, wait for the 1034 and see what happens. Sometimes on the other hand, it might, if it's still running, you will see it prints 1034 and it just boom, it moves further down. But if you see this price action, it's stalling, you want to see it go up for a confirmation for another short. And it works a lot of the times, not always, but most of the times, yes. Sometimes when you're in consolidation, it will go back and forth around this area and you want to avoid it. But now, because I still have a level here, we didn't have a retest of the N walk. We have a nice, high that has been created here. I'm sort of like, okay, let's see what happens. It might give us a good entry. Now, this could be enough for the retest, though. It just goes and then it goes down. But I'm just going to wait. Sometimes this happens. Like I said, sometimes it's just. But, this is also good. I'd like to see it just hang on and then go up. This gives me confirmation that we need to go a little bit further up again before we go down. I would love to see that. Come on. Give us an entry on gold. Who is in the short from gold from the opening? Is anyone in the short from the opening already? Yeah, I'll just double check on what NQ is doing around that 934 level. I think Eugene is not here. Eugene is probably still working on the Discord. Thank you, Eugene. You're too sweet. Appreciate you. Okay, you see now it's already going. It's no entry for me. 10:34. I'll wait for the macro. I don't trust it at all. I don't trust it at the moment. Okay. So we took liquidity on NQ. We broke out of the range, so that's good. But we'll focus on gold for now. My computer tells me that if I go on my own YouTube channel, that is something. It blocks. They said there is some weird traffic coming from my. Oh, now it does it. Okay. See, it's not allowing me to go on my own channel. It says it's. What was the message? Very weird. But okay. We blocked you because of illegal traffic. I'm like, okay, Google, it's my own channel. Can I not go to my own channel? Oh, our system has detected unusual traffic from your computer network. Please try again later. So, are you kidding me? Oh, now you are. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Google, for letting me into my own, so then I can read my, oh no, again, it doesn't do it. That's so weird. Can I go to my own YouTube? Well, here we go. Now, what is it doing? Gold. So gold is trickling down. So as in the 1034, as you can see, it did not really give any retest. It didn't go up. It just sort of like it retested the candle. It just stayed into the candle and just moves down, right? So I'm just going to let it run. And Monday, I would love it to see go into that. You see that red dotted line? That's the event horizon, which means a midpoint between two N walks. And at some point, what I see a lot on Monday, that's why I call it ping pong Monday, is that I hope it starts ranging a little bit, and then you can, it goes back and forth between those two levels, and we have another N walk below us. So we'll see. I mean, there will be a good, at some point it will give a proper retest of something, and then you have a clear entry in time aligning, macro time, and it starts spooling. Because also, guys, I don't feel any FOMO anymore. I used to. I have an impatience problem. I still have an impatience problem, but FOMO is something that I think I have dealt a little bit better with. But if I see price action like this, it's not really, it's up, down, and then you have one move and then this. That doesn't really excite me. I get really excited by distribution moves if I can really identify the AMD, so the manipulation, and then the distribution. That really gets me very excited. And then if I would miss that move, then you would see me be very upset. But I do not get upset of this because I'm like, okay, this doesn't really, it's Monday. I'm just fine to ping pong between certain levels. I'm a little bit adjusted to that, and if those levels are clear to me, then I am fine with it. And I don't consider this really it trickles down. It's sort of like rebalancing, maybe some, it's not even into it didn't go in the opening range gap, so it's sort of like still, just giving us a hard time, so to speak. So I'm all good with this, but we'll get our trades. I mean, hey, listen, I missed London, so I promised already, like I'll do a longer session today, and I'm ready to get into the markets again, so I don't mind. Okay, now I hope, I want to see you go over the 1034 level and retest the N wall. And then let's see. I love to see that. Okay. And we're getting closer to the 1050 as well. So who knows, we're going to get a nice retest in the macro time, and then we might go lower at some point. Just watching price action. I want to see if Eugene, are you here? Calling for Eugene. I think he's I had to switch off the Discord because I get so many. I couldn't figure out how to switch off all the noise of the server yet. Let's go over the news. I want to go over the news for this week. News. Why is my computer not allowing me? I guess I've done some illegal stuff or something on this computer. What date is it today, guys? Today is the 27th. Okay. Okay, so today we have nothing, right? But it doesn't mean we can't have good trade. So tomorrow it is Richmond Manufacturing Index and CB Consumer Confidence. Okay, and that's at 10 a.m. What do we have on Wednesday? Wednesday is going to be very, very interesting, right? Then, yeah, okay, so it is interesting, but on the other hand, it also gives us a nasty price. I mean, we have to be careful with price action when we get rate cuts. Yeah, so that's 2 p.m. FOMC. So I think Wednesday it might be better to do a very early pre-market session and maybe a later one after the news, but we'll see. Okay, that is that, and then Thursday, gas storage. Okay, so I think the most important news is going to be on Wednesday. So I think we have to be, especially tomorrow, might be a little bit dicey. But I guess, hey, it's everything is. I mean, in Q looks very bullish, right? Let's have a quick look. NQ. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. First presented fair value gap. We did have a retest into it, 1024. Beautiful. Now, also here, in all honesty, if I would you see, you have liquidity here. This would be an enter for me here. This would have been the best entry, but then again, I wasn't interested in that time, 1023, because of these root candles stacked. We have a nice, beautiful fair value gap. This is a small retest, but then that's so close to equal highs. So a move like this doesn't really, well, this is quite a nice move, to be honest, but this would have been the move here, 1033, but yeah, I don't know. I just, doesn't really, still good amount of points, but where would your stop loss be here? Risk reward wise. No, I cannot really frame it. Now, what I see on gold, I see beautiful liquidity creation here, right? It's just a very beautiful line that is being created here. So look at this trend line liquidity. This is just beautiful. So I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait to let it settle down and let it make its the range, and then at some point it will go up. And this is just a very juicy, this beautiful line here. So just creating liquidity for a nice future move. So it will definitely make a lower low at some point. It's It's high. It doesn't look likely that it will go up from here. So let's see. Just have to wait a little bit. You have to be patient, guys. Patience will always you always be rewarded for patience. That is, and that is I'm saying that as a very impatient person. I think that is my weakest. If I must be honest, like, okay, what is, because trading is like a mirror, right? And what trading really exposed for me is like, okay, what is my weakest point? It's my impatience. That really, and I still have it sometimes. And I think, oh my God, I see my setup. And I think it's really there. And yes, it's there, but I'm just too early then. And I still lose money because of that. And that's really not, you can still have a losing trade when you have a good, you can have a solid, everything is solid, but then you can still be sometimes too early, even though you're not impatient, because that's, you just don't know always the exact timing. But really being impatient, just like you really can't wait, because you really think, oh, this is it. And, that sort of like blocks your logic a little bit, or you miss like a few, like one or two little things that can make the difference, and just gives you another loss, which is really unnecessary. Losses are we always have losses. I mean, but the ones that come from impatience are not necessary. That's my weakest thing. I'm impatient, and I always have to. That's why I'm very. I really need to follow my rules, and really need to. Like, if, for example, if this 1034 now is behaving like this, it tells me, okay, I need to be patient, because it did not give us a retest of the N walk, which is the green box. It did not go to this level, which I believe is a very valid level for maybe even the end of that range. And when we do it, and it gives us that perfect, nice little sweep to the downside, and then maybe the reversal, we have a very nice trade, maybe. Or even better, if it goes all the way down to this event horizon, and we see how it behaves, and maybe we get our ping pong day, and then you can frame your trades very nicely. And if it goes further down, it's also good. We don't care, because we got an N walk here, right? And we find our other levels on the lower time frame. We go back into the area here, and we find other PD arrays, because obviously it will not go down in a straight line. Now this level for me is this is small. I like this level, but I would love to see it go up here first, and then it would be a beautiful trade. Now, how would I trade it? Let's go over it. Let's say we're going to get a retest, which doesn't look highly now, but let's see. We're still not there. We've got liquidity here. See, I don't know. I'm just not. It's a 1.35. But oh, hold on. We want to retest. That was my mistakes on my bad. This trade has my interest here. It's almost a 4-hour trade. It's it's solid because you have a retest here, and you have liquidity here. So I'll put a little bit higher here. If it would go back over the N walk, I lose my bearishness, right? So I don't want it to really actually go over the midpoint. But let's do it here. It's 3.5-hour trade. It's good enough. I just wanted to tap into it. You know why? Because it did not do it here. It did not retest it here. We also tap into the weekly fair value gap for gold. Okay, let me check that, because I haven't done my proper higher time frame analysis, I believe, because I did not see that. Thank you for that, Martha. Let me go to the higher time frame. The weekly. I think it's also time to start looking at the monthly as well, because we're almost at the end of the month, right? Oh, look at that. We're almost touching my favorite level here. Yeah, that's great, this one. That's great, this little boy. Oh, sorry about that. Let me quickly change that. Three nine. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. Let's go to the daily quickly. Okay, guys, I want to show you something. I want to show you the IPDA 20-day look back. So this is the 20-day look back. And I graded that whole range because that's important. That's something that ICT also taught us in the last. So for me, also this level, which lines up with the 0.5 of that weekly. So this level 3992 might also be I like this again. Ooh, 398. Like I said, 3985 is very. I think that's it. Is in the rejection block here. We go back up a little bit and most likely to the end walk, and then this is liquidity. This will not be liquidity straight away, these two. We will get a rejection in this area. Before this is liquidity. These 2 points, there will be liquidity, but not yet. Let's see. That's what you call a rejection block. There are rejection block first before it becomes liquidity. Now we can also make it easier. Just grade these. This one is longer. No. You back tested this. This is it. There we go. Okay, well, those lines are here as well now. You see how nasty it is? It's just, now you see that one of those lines matches exactly with the event horizon, but these are all points that it could stop. All points that might be valid points. So the first one is 3992. 3992. Hmm. 11 o'clock. So we're in a macro, and we have not done much in the macro. So if it starts running, I actually do like that if I see this, because that means you can get a solid run from 1110 to 1110 to either one of these levels. But I'm still not interested. But if you're in a short, you can expect the part of the macro if it starts you can expect a nice run. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. That, yeah. And I think there's more juice in this one. Don't be fooled if it wicks up like this sometimes. If the time needs to be right. If it's 11 past 1, you're fine. This is just manipulation when it makes a wick there. It just tries to take you out of your position. Yeah, I like this in a I actually do like to see this in a macro sometimes, because you can expect these moves, and especially if you have this consolidation around the area. For me, the move is too small to take, because I can't frame it much. This is my area, so it's just without a retest of this area, there's no. I just don't have a good trade. The risk is just too big for me to enter. Come on, make a nice run for those who are in the short. $3984. I think really this level is really should be in the cards. 3984. So now what level did I mark here? Remember? What was it? Was it the daily? Let me quickly check again, guys. Yeah, see, you see, I marked the daily wick here, but I used. So this is a rejection block, but because this body went below it, I measured the longest one with the body here, and you can see it already reacted from the midpoint, from the start, right? I can take this one fully off now. This is not valid anymore, and then. I know it's a valid one because why? The quarter is exactly on the event horizon. So I'm very interested in these levels here now. 25 and 0.33. And so first one hit. Let's see what happens. Now I don't know if the macro, if we're going to get a run. I hope it's going to run a little bit more. Oh, I like this. This is a beautiful manipulation. This is what you like to see in a macro. A retest in a bearish fair value when you're bearish. But you see, it doesn't run very easily, but these are 1103, 1104. Let's see. I think you're gonna move down a little bit further. In this macro, aren't you? You're not done yet. How many points? 399. I can't. It's just, well, it's 10 points on gold. It's not bad, but I would have entered if I saw it. I might have just market ordered in here. My stop right over here, but yeah, it's just I don't like. I would not have taken it with this price action. But it's highly likely that it will move to the next level here. And so I'm using that higher time frame wick, right? So that higher time frame wick is then the functioning as a rejection block before it becomes liquidity. Now days like this, and it's very slow, it goes back and forth. That's what it does. Then it goes into those rejection blocks, and then takes its time before it takes down the liquidity. There we go. Come on. It's 11, so there's still some juice. Let me mark the weekly fair value gap that Mather mentioned, because that makes it also clear that it's interacting in that. Oh, I graded it, right? It's okay. We don't need to tap it. It's more important to have those levels, those gradients in the. Those gradients are far more important. Yeah, you're very funny, Karam. It's summer here, and I'm sitting like this. It's really. I was actually having a coffee with a friend this morning, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm so upset with this weather." I moved from Europe to this area because I'm a climate refugee, and now I'm stuck with basically autumn. But it's not as cold. I do have just some shorter pants on, but yeah, it's. It's so much rain here and wind, and it's crazy stuff. How are you doing, Karam? I'm happy that the Wi-Fi, my internet is still working, to be honest. So, yeah. How's the weather in Turkey at the moment? You probably have better weather than I have. So, guys, you see how slow the price is moving towards the point of interest, right? It's just now balancing on the first point, and then it still has some way to go to the downside. Let me check NQ. I'm thinking of maybe taking a break and then come back in the PM session. And then do the last. I think it might be good to take an hour break, and then I think the lunch might be interesting because with a price action like this, we might get a nice lunchtime. And I'm a little bit curious. I want to check out. I want to check on Eugene if he's still working on the poor man has been working on the Discord all the time. I don't think he's trading at the moment. So I want to tell him to get into his charts if he wants to. Let me quickly check NQ. I finished just day rent. Oh, eat food lost 1% in the market. Life is good. I finished just day rent 3 kilometers. Ate food lost 1% in the market. Hey, 1% in the market, losing 1% only. Who cares, right? If you have a good risk management, you'll make it back anytime. Everybody should love losing 1% in the market. I think it's something to be proud of. If we just lose 1%. Okay, so we're moving a little bit down. I'm just not, yeah, guys, I'm just not interested in this price action. I cannot really get any enthusiasm for this move. Like I said, let me quickly check NQ, and then I think I'm just going to make a new, I'll come back in an hour. Yeah, also NQ, same. It doesn't really interest me. I really want to see gold make a low, and then, you know, this is all beautiful trend line liquidity that it's just creating. I'm really excited to see what it's doing, because you know what, most of the time, let's say most of the times, because it's not always, but when you have a line like this, and it's really high resistance, we get a nice low resistance run to the upside. So I'm willing to wait for that. And let's see, we get it today or maybe tomorrow. I'm going to be careful on Wednesday though, until 2 o'clock. But yeah, what do you think, guys? I think I'm going to end just for now. Then I'll make a new stream. And then let's say, what time is it now? It's 11:10 Eastern. I'm going to make some food. I'll be back at 12. And then we have another look, maybe to the end of, because I have to make up for my London loss, because I let my buddies down in London. I know they're not, maybe not even here, but I feel guilty that I didn't do a London session. I miss my London, by the way. It was a good session, probably, but I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Check out the Discord. I'm gonna check out as well what's going on there, and yeah, I'll see you guys later then at 12ish, and let's hope we have a better trade with some better price action. So I'll see you in a bit. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me, and forgiving me for not showing up in London. Mather, thank you, especially you. We never missed a day in London, right? For 2 months in a row. I think we never. I think I've been there for since 2 months. I've been streaming twice a day. When it happens back to back, it gets exciting. I'm up 8% for the month so far. It depends on how this will. Yeah, and you know, we've got rate cuts. You know, most likely we're going to get the rate cuts, and I don't know if Trump has a deal with China. And I'll see you later on, Karan. Thank you. So I'm also very excited for the week. But yeah, so that's why we just have to be patient. But I guess, guys, I'll see you later, and I'll make a new stream for the PM session. Thank you.